3, 2, 1.
Whoa! Oh, that's a piece of the frame. Wow, stuff is still falling.
But we will say that Jamie's not the only one who's got a favorite this season.
When all is said and done, my favorite myths often happen to be the ones in which we come to a conclusion that could actually positively affect somebody's life. From our back catalog, I love Underwater Car, where we show a technique with which people could actually save their lives.
I survived! The Mythbusters technique worked!
I also love plane boarding, where we came to a result that might actually positively impact the flying experience.
In an orderly fashion.
So for this final season, it was really important to me to find a story in that vein, and I found one that I got really excited about, and it has to do with how we line up to buy things at the store.
Most stores use the pick-a-lane lineup method. But apparently the snaking serpentine system is a way more efficient way to wait.
Unfortunately, when we came to start filming, we found that no store would actually let us use their premises. So we had to build our own, which was kind of annoying.
Oh yeah, cash registers. It's real.
Yes, what should have been a straightforward story soon becomes anything but, as it's all hands on deck to build their own
Mythbuster, where shopping is fully experimental. Our other tagline was, we're making this up as we go along.
So we had our store complete with 5,000 products we had to price in the old-fashioned way. And then with something like 120 volunteer shoppers, we basically opened up and let them line up just like you do in a normal store.
I felt a little moment of pride that we just opened our first business and we've got all these customers. You know, over the years, we've gotten a lot of grief about our sample sizes. But for this myth, we got hundreds of bits of data, all of which were analyzed by some experts from UC Berkeley. So it's one of the most scientifically valid tests we've ever done.
It's definitely scientifically sound, but will it really arm the audience with important information?
Clean up on aisle 5.
Well, one myth that probably won't is the zombie revisit.
We've logged some pretty impressive numbers over the course of Mythbusters. We've used over 15 tons of explosives. Whoa! 83 miles of duct tape.
This is a long way down.
We've destroyed over 200 cars. But the figure that really blows my mind is that we have used over 3,500 volunteers. I had no idea the number was that high.
From every state in the U.S., volunteers have come from far and wide to help Mythbusters test all sorts of tall tales.
Give me a hooah!
But none are taller than the zombie apocalypse.
This season, we did a huge retest of gun versus axe because so many people said that we screwed it up. So we put out a request for volunteers asking them to show up at our location on a specific day already dressed as zombies.
Now, you'd think that because that's a bit of a hassle that we'd only get about 10 or 20 or something, but in actual fact, we got 200 Mythbusters fans in full-on zombie getup arrive. People are weird. But there's something bigger at play here, something about the reach of Mythbusters, or maybe the reach of science. 200 people turn up for a full day in the middle of the week to be shot at in the face while wearing dress-up. While it's absurd, it's also kind of humbling, and it makes you realize how important this little science show of ours really is.
Across this final season, we'll be revealing Mythbusters by the numbers. Like 2002, the year the adventure began.
That was absolutely outrageous.
And 2016, when the journey ends.
I killed all the zombies!
This season, we're using 5 tons of explosive.
That was a bone rattler.
And we're destroying 178 props from the past.
Oh, yeah!
5